As you read from the title of the video, we're going to be talking about dating apps today. Now, if you watched a lot of my past videos and you've been watching for like a while, you know that I have a lot of experience with dating apps. I have multiple videos on my channel talking about Tinder experiences I've had, and let's just say it didn't really end well. So I started using dating apps back during quarantine, and I think that's when a lot of people start using dating apps, just because we really couldn't go outside. At that point, I kind of understand it, because if you can't go outside to meet people, like, the only way is really online. But ever since that day, I've gotten sucked in, constantly downloading it and deleting it, downloading it and deleting it. I know I've said multiple times on my channel I would never use it, and I've always went back. I literally had it 2 weeks ago. I had all 3 dating apps: freaking Bumble, Tinder, Hinge. Like, I was fiending, man. I was fiending. And I'm just being honest with you guys, all right? But through my experiences, I want to help you guys out. I want to help you to know that dating apps are not the answer. I've had years of experience with this, so I would know personally. And I'm sure there's somebody out there who's had a great experience with dating apps, but that's very rare. So I got 3 main reasons why you should not be using dating apps at all. The number 1 reason is it makes you lazy. Now, me personally, I know I have social anxiety. That's something I would never admit to myself, but once I could finally admit to myself, I could finally try to improve it and fix on it. I know for me, it made me get out the house less. It made me way less motivated to go out and try to meet girls like the normal way, how people used to do all the time back then. Like, because back in the day, there was no way for you to meet anyone online. And I'm not saying necessarily it's a bad thing to meet people online, but it makes men lazy. It makes us not take action. It makes us not go out and get what we want. And any guy who's similar to me and had his struggles with speaking to girls, that's probably the reason why. Because you're not going out, you're not trying to even speak to girls, so how do you expect to get better? Does that make any sense? The second reason is it lowers your confidence. Now, me personally, I do not think I'm an ugly guy, but when I was on Tinder and Hinge and Bumble and all that crap, it really kind of made me question myself whether or not I'm attractive as I think I am. And that's because I'd go multiple weeks, maybe receiving 2 likes in the past 2 weeks. I'm like, out of all these girls on Tinder, I get 2 likes? Out of the millions of users on Tinder, I could only get 2 likes on Tinder? Tinder is probably like the most down bad app for men, and if I can't even get likes on there, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing? It really makes you question yourself. Question whether you're worth it, whether you're attractive. It really lowers your confidence, not being able to get that, attention you expected. I know for women, it's quite the opposite. They'll get a bunch of likes and a bunch of attention, so that's gonna boost their ego. That's gonna make them feel like they look great, and even if they don't look great. If you start getting multiple likes, if multiple people are DMing you, if multiple people are texting you, telling you look good, you look great, then what does that do to your head? Of course you're gonna think you look the best, and if the exact opposite happens and you get no likes, you get no attention, what are you supposed to feel of yourself? Number 3, you're wasting your time. First off, and I mean especially apps like Tinder, they are made for you to lose. I know it's a scam because a lot of times they'll give me like a bunch of likes from girls that are unattractive. I'm just gonna call it what it is, unattractive. It will constantly tell you get more and more likes, and then it won't even allow you to see the people. Like, what kind of dating app is made to help you when you can't even see the people who liked you? How does that help men at all? So a lot of times I will get like a bunch of likes or something like that. I'm like, sure, like, so what do these girls look like? So then the only way to see them is to pay. So then they're scamming you, trying to make you pay. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have paid multiple times. And most of the times I would pay for it, see that all the girls that liked me are just unattractive, and the other half of the girls would just be bots. And then I would just delete the app, because I would be so frustrated that I wasted my money on that. $30 a month, like what? I think you can pay for like a year pass as well. Like, why the heck would you even want to be on Tinder for a whole year? At some point, don't you want to eventually get off and be in the real world? Apps are not made for men. These are made for women. They're made to boost women's ego, suck men in and take their money and waste their time. There's no girl on there that's spending money on Tinder. The people that created Tinder, they know that. They're very, very aware of that. Now, I do not want anybody in the comments to talk about, you know, actually, I've met my future wife from Tinder. I've had great success on Tinder. Okay, Berbali mute. Only the top 10% of guys, no. Top 5% of guys are even successful on Tinder. The freaking Giga Chads that look like the body of The Rock with the face of Zac Efron. I'm just making something up, man. I don't know. But those are the only guys that went on Tinder. Most of us guys, we're not like that. Most of the guys are average. Or even maybe below average or slightly above average. It doesn't matter. We're all in the same boat. So this video is not meant to be long at all. I just wanted to give you guys some quick advice. You know, some things I've learned from dating apps. From this day forward, I will never use a dating app again. If you really, really want a girl, if you're tired of being lonely, go out to coffee shops, go out to clubs, go out to bars, you know, in school, at work. Meet girls that way. You know, put in the work, take the time to improve yourself so you can actually attract better women. All right, do not let the dating app suck you in, guys. Please. This is something that has scammed me for years. And I do not want you guys to go through the same thing.